Life Teacher. Thank you all for joining in. And before we get started, I have to give a big shout out to the 478 football teams, Peach County, Northside, and Warner Robins, for at least making it to the Benz. It may not have turned out the way it was expected, but hey, it's a good effort to actually get there. All right, so today we're going to finish up talking about straight jacket, and we really talked about different straight jackets we wear on yesterday. And one of the most important ones, and it's very personal to me, is thinking something is wrong with you because you are different. All right, thinking something is wrong with you because you are different. Now, when we're different, we have a hard time connecting to not only to people, but also to life in general. And because we feel like, what's wrong with me? Why does it have to be me? Why am I this way? I mean, we have a plethora of questions we ask ourselves, and we ask out loud, we cry, we act, because we're trying to figure out, why is it I'm made so different? Why is it I can't be like everybody else? And truth of the matter is, when we get to the point where we know who we are, we can care less about the fact we're different from everybody else. Because what you have to understand, look at the thousands of athletes, hundreds of thousands of athletes playing college ball, and they're all trying to go pro. Okay, if all are trying to go pro, what makes the very few actually go? They all want it. They all have a work ethic. They all put in the work. They practice. They prepare. They write plans. How is it only a few get to go pro when everybody else has done the same thing? It's because they're different. Okay, when you go to work today, look in the parking lot. Look and see how many different types of vehicles there are in the parking lot. You don't see just Toyotas. You don't see just Mercedes. You don't see just Dodge. You don't see just Chevrolet. You see all types of different vehicles. And when you look at it, you think, oh, wow, if it was all alike, how mundane of a life would that be? And when you are different from everybody else, you're different because you're not mundane. There's something very unique about you, and you have to approach life that way to say, you know what, I am a unique individual. Just because I'm different doesn't mean I'm less than anybody. It doesn't mean they're better than me. What it means is there's a certain way I see life and I attack life. Okay, you got to attack life just as well as you do see it. So it's okay to be different. Okay, think about the rich and the famous. They typically drive different type of cars than what everybody else drive. Where they live is what different from everybody else. The foods they eat, where they vacation. And if you think about that, because of the fact they're different, they can do that. And because you're different in life, there's something you are specifically designed to do that the average person will not. Please get this. Difference does not mean you are average, okay? But what you have to understand is when you are different, you are above average, because most time when we're different, we see ourselves as below average. What happens when it's below average? Nothing productive can happen being below average. So your difference is what makes you unique and what makes you, and if you want to look at it from a standpoint to say, yes, what I do is better than the rest, I need you to do that. Me, when I open my mouth to speak, to me, I'm the man at that time. I know I'm different, and I'm cool with that, but I've had to accept that, and there's too many people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, they're hiding behind the fact that they're different. No, I don't need you to hide behind that jacket anymore. I need you to take that jacket off and say, I'm different. Hey, and because I'm different, I'm an individual that I have what it takes to do something that the average person would not do. You know way too many average people. And the thing about it, you don't even allow yourself to communicate with them and to be around them because you're only going to become just like them because you're not designed to. And when you try to make yourself be around something that's not like you because you feel you're different, it's about like trying to put a piece into a puzzle that you know will not fit. You will end up breaking the piece. You will alter the landscape of the puzzle because you're trying to put a piece in that wasn't designed to be there. And your difference means you're not designed to be just like everybody else in the same box as everybody else. Who wants to be in a box anyway? It does not matter how large your box is. There's only going to be 4 walls. And you can keep going up and down, left and right. Either way it goes, you're only going to hit a wall. But when you're different, you're outside of that box. You live in a whole different world nobody else lives on. You have your own planet. And look at yourself as having your own planet every single day of your life. There's nothing wrong with you because you're different. Okay? Take pizza companies, if Pizza Hut, if Papa John's, Marco's, Pig on a Pie, if all of their pizza tastes the same, how boring would that be? Who would want to eat pizza? Nobody. because you don't have anything to choose from. And in your life, difference brings variety to life. I have a hard time talking today. So the fact that you're different, there's a way that you could bring life that nobody else does. Why do some people spend money on Timberland boots when you can buy cheaper boots? You can buy something else because there's nothing unique about them, but there's a way that the Timberland brand is set. It's like Harley-Davidson motorcycles. There's nothing like them. There are others, but there's nothing that can compare to that icon. Are you an icon? Do you really look at yourself and say, I am an icon, or am I conning myself and thinking I'm nothing, I'm nobody, some of the same stuff we talked about yesterday? You're different, okay? Here's a thought about a straitjacket. Typically, the one who is wearing the straitjacket is not the one who put it on. All right. Now, I need you to kind of see this from a reverse standpoint. OK, the old you put on the straitjacket, but the new you has to take it off. All right. As of December 12th, what time it is? At 7:06 a.m., you got to see yourself as somebody totally different, that you have to take off the old bounds that had you to where you felt you were stuck all of the time. To where you felt you could not, you felt you would not, you felt you did not have what it takes, but everybody else did. Oh no, everybody else don't have it. You have it, and you're just going to be more creative in what you're doing. It's going to get more recognized because you're different. I need you to embrace it. All right. What are you waiting on to say, you know what, I'm different, but I'm good? What's continuing to hold you back? And I hope you are going to actually look at yourself and say, you know what, it's almost the end of 2018. I've only got a few days to recognize I'm different, but I'm dang good because I'm different. All right, your slogan for today is take it off. It's funny how we'll take off clothes that don't fit. You'll take off jewelry that doesn't match your outfit. But when you're wearing these straitjackets in life, why are you continuing to wear them and they're only weighing you down? They're not productive. They are anti-productive. So please take them out. Let that be your slogan today. Take it off, all right? So take off the straitjacket and put on the go straitjacket. I'm going for my destiny. I'm going for the life I want. I'm going for the free mind I'm supposed to have. I'm going for that place where I look at me and say, hey, I'm different, but I'm still good. I'm no less than anybody else. You have beat yourself down long enough trying to figure out the why. And instead of trying to figure out the why, just say, I appreciate it. I'm glad I'm made different. I used to cry because I was different. A long time ago because I could not understand it. I don't cry about it anymore. I appreciate the fact I'm not like everybody else. I can see something differently from everybody else. What I do can be done differently from somebody else. So what type of jackets do you want to wear today? Wear a jacket of no stress. Okay, and you think, oh, that's easy to say, wear no stress. Yeah, it's easy to say. And because I say it so easily, you have to want to live it just as easily. And once you start telling yourself how your life is going to be and what you're going to do, that's when they can start to take shape in doing it. But you got to first want it to happen. You can't sit and cry by being different without trying to do something about it. And most times what you don't like is really helping you to become who you're supposed to be. It's helping you to overcome that internal rage you have inside. You're mad because you're different. You're hurt because you're different. And you got to learn to accept that and say, I am the greatest because I'm different. If you look at some of the greatest of all time, most of them people thought they were different. Think about that. Because what they did was a little bit different from everybody else. But I guarantee this, when you think about all the greats in history, you know the names of those who are different more than you know the names of those who are average. Those who are average didn't make any type of indelible marks on the world. And you have your own stamp. Your stamp is, I'm different, I am talented, I am great, I am worthy, I am rich. If that's what you want to be, let that be your stamp. All right? Put on the jacket of victory. Be convinced you are a winner. If you can't be convinced you're a winner, nobody can say it. And the type of jackets we like to wear the jackets everybody else put on us. But remember, typically those who put on the jacket has to take it off. So instead of just trying to wear everybody else's jacket, put on your own jacket. Compliment yourself. Tell yourself the wonder you were made to be in this world. Tell yourself all you're going to accomplish in this world. Stop waiting on everybody else to do it. Okay? Put on the jacket of new vision. Okay? A lack of vision creates the maze you are in. And because you don't have that dire vision, you're stuck going back and forth, here and there, over and under, and you're just totally frustrated because you're not going anywhere. You're just going in a circle. That circle can be up, it can be down, but you're going back to being in the box. You're in that box, and you're trying to figure out how to get out of it, well, you need to get you a new vision. Have a plan for your life. Again, you don't have to wait to 2019. You still got time left in 2018 to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is the way my life is going to be, and I am way out of time. So life slogan, as we said, be you, do you, and whatever you do, be it better than anybody else. Enjoy your day. Have a great one.